right now your brain is quietly waiting to glitch. Not in a dangerous way. In a strange, almost magical way. You walk into a room you've never seen. You hear a sentence you never said. And suddenly, a feeling crashes over you. You've been here before. You've done this before. You've lived this exact moment before. Except you haven't. You know you haven't. And yet, your body insists you have. That tiny shimmer in your mind has a name. Déjà vu. The truth is, déjà vu isn't really a memory at all. It's something far stranger, and it's happening inside your head right now as you read this. Here's the better question we should be asking. Not, have I lived this before, but why does my brain so confidently tell me I have when I clearly haven't? Because that's the real quirk. Déjà vu isn't your past sneaking up on you. It's your brain catching itself making a tiny mistake. And the way it catches itself is genuinely beautiful, almost like watching a magician notice their own sleight of hand. Let's slow it down, second by second, inside your skull. Every moment you experience is being processed by two systems at once, in parallel, without you ever noticing. One system is busy taking in the world. The sights, the sounds, the smell of the room, the angle of the light through the window. The other system is busy asking a quieter question in the background. Have I seen this before? That second system is your sense of familiarity, and it lives mostly in a small, almond-shaped region deep in your brain called the medial temporal lobe. Most of the time, these two systems work in perfect harmony with each other. You see your kitchen. Your brain instantly tags it, familiar, safe, mine. You see a stranger's face. Your brain tags it, new, unknown, pay attention. The system is so fast and so quiet, you don't even notice it running underneath every second of your life. Until every so often, it misfires. And that misfire is where déjà vu is born. Here's the strange part of all of this. Scientists now think déjà vu happens when your familiarity signal accidentally fires before your memory signal has anything to match it to. In other words, your brain shouts, "I know this," and then turns around and realizes it has absolutely no idea why. It's like your brain hitting send on a text, then immediately forgetting who it was supposed to be for. That uncomfortable, shimmery feeling, that's the moment your brain notices its own mistake. Think about that for a second. Déjà vu isn't a glitch where your memory fails. It's a glitch where your memory works too well on something that isn't really there. And here's where it gets weirder. Researchers studying déjà vu often describe it as a kind of fact-checking moment inside your head. Your brain throws up a false alarm of familiarity, and a different part, closer to the front, in your prefrontal cortex, quickly checks the receipts. It scans for a real memory to back up the feeling. It finds none, so it flags the error. That flag is the chill you feel. That's the whole experience. So déjà vu, in a way, is the sensation of your own brain doing quality control on itself, in real time, right behind your eyes. You're literally feeling your mind correct itself. Pause for a moment, and let me ask you something honestly. Have you ever had a déjà vu so strong it almost felt like a memory of the future, like you could guess what was about to happen next? Drop it in the comments down below. I read them all, and the stories people share about this one are genuinely wild. Some of them sound like little ghost stories from inside the human brain. Then come right back, because the next part is where this really gets good. Okay, so if déjà vu is a tiny misfire, why does your brain misfire at all in the first place? This is where the theories get fun, and where scientists are honest enough to say, we don't fully know yet. But there are some strong, beautiful ideas on the table that point in the same direction. The first is the almost match theory of déjà vu. Your current scene shares some small ingredient, a lamp, a smell, a pattern of shadows, with a real memory you can't quite reach. Your brain catches the resemblance but can't surface the original, so it just sends up a vague, familiar signal with no source attached. The second is the dual processing idea, which is wonderfully strange. The two streams of information in your brain fall slightly out of sync, so one stream reaches the "this is happening now" station a hair later than the other, and your brain reads that tiny delay as "I've experienced this already." The third is the rehearsal theory, and it might be my favorite of the three. While you're awake, your brain is constantly running tiny prediction models, guessing what's about to happen next so you don't get blindsided by the world. Sometimes, the prediction is so accurate that when reality arrives, it feels like a replay, because in a sense, it is. None of these theories has fully won yet. The honest answer is that déjà vu is one of those quirks where science is still mapping the territory inch by inch. But all the leading ideas point in the same direction. Déjà vu isn't proof of past lives or parallel universes. It's proof that your brain is doing something extraordinary, predicting, comparing, and checking thousands of times a second in total silence. And here's a detail that might surprise you. Younger brains seem to get déjà vu more often than older ones. People in their late teens and 20s report it the most, and it gets rarer as the decades roll on. That's an odd pattern, isn't it? You'd think more years of memory would mean more chances to feel that haunting familiarity. But scientists suspect the opposite is actually true. Déjà vu may actually be a sign of a sharp, well-monitored brain, one that's quick enough to notice its own small errors before they slip past. In other words, déjà vu might be the feeling of a healthy mind double-checking itself in real time. That's a strange compliment when you think about it. Your weirdest moment of confusion is also a quiet flex from your brain. Now, do this for me. Next time you feel that shimmer, that little ripple of, wait, I've been here before, pause for a single breath. Don't chase the memory. Don't try to figure out where you've seen this room or said this sentence. Just notice the feeling itself, the slight tilt, the hush, the way the world goes briefly fuzzy at the edges. What you're feeling in that exact second is your brain raising its hand and saying, I think I made a mistake. Let me check that real quick. And then, just as quickly, the feeling fades, because your brain checked and corrected and moved on without you. You'll never catch it in the act, no matter how hard you try. But it just happened, right behind your eyes, and you got to feel the echo. There's something deeply human about this particular quirk. We spend so much of our lives trusting our own minds, assuming our memories are accurate, our perceptions are reliable, our sense of this is real is solid ground beneath our feet. Déjà vu is the moment that ground tilts, just slightly, just enough for you to notice the floor is built by your brain, not handed to you by the world. For a heartbeat, the illusion drops. You see the scenes. And then, almost apologetically, your brain stitches everything back together and the room becomes a normal room again. It's the closest most of us will ever come to watching our own mind work in real time with the curtain pulled back. So no, you weren't here in a past life. You didn't dream this last week either. The universe isn't whispering a secret to you, and nothing is broken in your head. Your brain simply ran a familiarity signal, a beat too early, noticed the error itself, and let a little shimmer leak out before it could clean everything up. That's the whole magic trick, start to finish. And honestly, that's so much cooler than a glitch in the matrix. Because it means every time you feel déjà vu, you're not glimpsing another timeline or another life. You're catching your own brain in a quiet, brilliant act of self-correction, a system so sophisticated it can sense its own mistakes before you even do. The next time it happens, at a bus stop, in a hallway, mid-sentence with a friend, remember what's really going on under your skull. Your mind isn't haunted. Your mind is just paying very close attention to itself. And if you like this kind of stuff, the tiny, strange, wonderful things your body and brain are doing every single day without telling you, hit that subscribe button so Bodyquirk can keep landing in your feed. Drop a like if this changed how you'll feel the next déjà vu, and tell me down in the comments, do you get déjà vu a lot, almost never, or somewhere in between? I'm genuinely curious whether the pattern shows up in real people the way it does in the studies. Next time, we're going to talk about another quirk hiding in plain sight, that weird feeling you get when someone says your name from across a noisy room and somehow, out of all the chaos, your brain pulls it straight to the front. There's a name for that phenomenon, and the reason it happens is just as strange and wonderful as déjà vu. Until then, pay attention to the shimmer when it comes. Your brain is doing so much more for you than you'll ever know.